Alright everybody, hey, this is Zach Nasser with the Holistic, aka the Holistic Homemaker here, and today I'm going to talk to you about essential oil cleaning products. So this is a way you can eliminate 90% of the cleaning products you may be using. I hope you're using. I hope you're using toxic-free stuff, but that can be hard to find. Even a lot of these natural products are contaminated with toxic additives. So learn how to clean your home with products that are totally safe and very affordable. Seriously, pennies for these things, especially when you're buying bulk with a lot of this stuff. So let's just jump right in. Why should you care about this? Well, here's some toxins and cleaning products. Methyl isothiazolinone, that's a mouthful. It can cause skin irritation, skin allergies, and skin damage, as well as acute aquatic toxicity. That means when it goes out of your sink or toilet, it is still toxic in the water. It poisons the water. Okay, so it's either bad for you or bad for the environment. In many cases, it's bad for both. So do yourself and the world a favor and don't get this stuff. Fun fact about methyl isothiazolinone, the American Contact Dermatitis Association awarded it Allergen of the Year in 2013. Woohoo! That's fun. So, where is this information coming from? A lot of different clinical studies have been conducted, and a lot of them are condensed on ewg.org/skindeep. So it's EWG is environmentalworkinggroup.org// like this, skin deep, like beauty is only skin deep, SKINDEEP. There's over 60,000 different ingredients you can look up there. There's also an app called Think Dirty. I'm pretty sure it's a free app that just has ads on it, but you can actually just look up like your sunscreens, your makeups, your soap that you buy and stuff. And a lot of these natural ones that are expensive are actually not that much better for you. That's why I'm giving you the best of both worlds tonight. We're going to do very affordable using high quality ingredients and none of the stuff that you don't want. Fragrance, also called parfum. These are petroleum based synthetic smells. Causes skin irritation, allergies, and skin damage. Acute aquatic toxicity, we already mentioned that. Nervous system effects, respiratory effects, and biodegradation. It degrades the environment and living organisms. Not the best ever. FD&C Yellow 5 causes cancer, acute aquatic toxicity, chronic aquatic activity, which means it is toxic for a long period of time. General systemic and organ effects. Systemic means your whole body. Generally toxic to your whole body and your organs. FD&C Blue 1, cancer, skin irritation, skin allergies, skin damage. Put these in a lot of soaps. They also put them in a lot of food that we eat. In fact, in Europe, these kinds of colors are illegal to use in products because they know they cause cancer. But we still use them here in the United States. And if this list wasn't enough, it keeps going. Sodium lauryl sulfate and sodium laureth sulfate, these are sudsing agents. They're xenoestrogens as well. That means they're toxic compounds that mimic estrogen in our bodies. So guys, if you don't care about this, these things will give you man boobs. And even a lot of natural toothpaste has sodium lauryl sulfate and sodium laureth sulfate, one of the two, sometimes both, as a sudsing agent in the toothpaste. I'm like, I don't need my toothpaste to foam so much that I'm going to get man boobs. Okay? Chronic aquatic toxicity, this is for sodium lauryl sulfate. General systemic and organ effects, which is bad for your whole body. Acute aquatic toxicity. Then, oops, too far, too fast. Sodium laureth sulfate, again, chronic aquatic toxicity, damage to DNA, respiratory effects, developmental, endocrine, and reproductive effects, because it's a xenoestrogen, digestive system effects, nervous system effects, acute aquatic toxicity, damage to vision, and cancer. It not only is it in your soap, that is a foaming agent in your soap, which soap already foams. Why do you need a sudsing agent in it? I'll tell you why, because they're making cheap products and selling it to you for way more than it's worth. And this stuff, when you end up in the hospital, becomes very expensive. Okay, alcohol ethoxylates, sodium salt, C10 to C16, that has to do with the carbon chain. These are often found in soaps. Chronic aquatic toxicity, damage to DNA, respiratory effects, developmental, endocrine, and reproductive effects, digestive system effects, nervous system effects, acute aquatic toxicity, damage to vision again, and cancer. Okay? It basically disrupts almost everything in your body. Okay? So, like, the most expensive thing that you will buy, okay, like, because the oils, people say, oh, the oils are expensive. I'm like, that, a $10 bottle of oil, or even a $20 or $30 bottle of oil, is going to last you for months and months and months, because you're using drops of it, like 20 drops. So this spray cleaner is going to eliminate a whole bunch of cleaning products that you're buying in your house, and it's just one thing. I'm not telling you, oh, mix up a new cleaner for all of these different things, for your kitchen, for your bathroom, for your floors, for your toilet bowl, showers, and bath. There's a way you can use this same recipe for all of those things, which this is the mainstay. This is the staple here. I'll show you the recipe in just a second, but this is most of the cleaning we do on a daily basis, you know. And I'll get into dishes too. I'll show you how to do a dish soap and a laundry, or not laundry, laundry is on another one, a dishwasher detergent, and it's so cheap. That one doesn't even include essential oils. You can just do it. Spray cleaner recipe. Put this in a glass bottle, okay? Like 16-ounce glass bottles. They're very affordable. Plastics are toxic for you, and they're toxic for the planet. They're made of petroleum. They're xenoestrogens. Like BPA is a famous one, but even if it's BPA-free plastic, there's all other kinds of bisphenols. BPA is bisphenol A. There's BPB and BPC and all the way to Z. These kinds of chemicals and plastics, they are guilty until proven innocent. Okay? Because, you know, we're told, oh yeah, these chemicals are fine. And then years later they go, oh yeah, sorry. Don't use triclosan unless you want to die. So in case you didn't know about triclosan, it is an antimicrobial agent we put in soap, in hand soap, for years. For years. And now the FDA banned it a couple years ago because we found out it's extremely toxic. And it was like, you guys didn't test it before you gave it to people for a decade? Come on! So all these chemicals, they're guilty until proven innocent. The other thing is, the essential oils, especially citrus essential oils, can eat away plastics, which is other than the best news ever. The other thing about glass, it's reusable. It really is going to cut. You're talking about, this is the most expensive part of it. You spend $1 on this thing, on this glass bottle, $2 if it's a big bottle. But the thing is, like, you're going to reuse it over and over and over again. It's better for you and for the environment. You're going to reuse this thing for years. Okay? So, pint of water, pint of distilled vinegar, tablespoon of Castile soap like Dr. Bronner's. And I recommend buy a gallon of Dr. Bronner's. You know, I like the unscented. Some people like peppermint. Almond is nice. It's sweet. I'm going to tell you now, if you buy a scented Dr. Bronner's, it's a natural scent. It's just, it's going to be very strongly scented. And if you want to really smell, like I love the smell of Pur Vie, this blend, which I'll get to. If you buy like peppermint Dr. Bronner's and then mix Pur Vie in it, you're going to smell the peppermint more. But yeah, so I like almond. Unscented is great too. Buy a gallon. It's like $50. It's a gallon of soap. It's going to last you for a long time. And I use Dr. Bronner's also on laundry stuff. So it goes for everything. The vinegar is extremely cheap. Even at Whole Foods is like $3 a gallon. 20 to 60 drops of essential oil. My favorite combo of singles is lemon, eucalyptus, and thyme. And I'll get into why. The reason I like to talk about the singles is because anybody with any kind of oils can use this. My favorite blend to use for cleaners is Pur Vie, which if you're in doTERRA, that's purify. If you're in Young Living, that's purification. I like Ameo essential oils because they're clinical grade essential oils. The other thing is they show you everything, all the data of the tests that have been done on your batch of oils. Okay, so the most potent eucalyptus grows in China, and my clients, because I've been doing health coaching for years, say, well, how do I know it doesn't have lead or mercury in it? Because that's a big problem in China. They will show you the data on your oils. You have a batch code on the bottom of your oil. You go to AmeoDifference.com and they show you no staph, no strep, no salmonella, no E. coli, no lead, no arsenic, no mercury, nothing. They show you all of the data, and if it's contaminated, they throw it out. But the other thing is no other company out there will show you all the results. So that's why I like Ameo the best, because I recommend these to people, and some of them I recommend to drink. Some of them are safe to drink, and they can be very healthy to drink in moderation and if they're clean. Okay, so I want to know if I'm going to drink this, does it have bacteria or heavy metals in it? So the reason I like Pur Vie is because it's citrus and vanilla and it has thyme. I'll get into why the thyme is so great. So eucalyptus oil. Eucalyptus oil has a compound in it called eucalyptol. That's easy to remember. It's the opposite of capsaicin. Capsaicin is what makes spicy peppers spicy, and it tricks your body into thinking it's hot. Eucalyptol makes your body think it's cold. Okay? It's also antimicrobial and antifungal. It kills bacteria that causes bad breath so well that they put eucalyptol, synthetic eucalyptol mind you, in a lot of mouthwashes. Now this is nature's version, the real deal. This one is actually so safe you can drink. Eucalyptus radiata you cannot drink. But yeah, so it's a great deodorizer. It's like $15 for a 15 milliliter bottle. And so it ends up being pennies per drop. So this is a real affordable one. Lemon oil, $10 per 15 milliliter bottle. This is 3,000 pounds of lemon peel. They've seen lemon in one bottle, condensed into one bottle. They've shown lemon to kill airborne pathogens in the air when diffused at a 0.3% concentration in the air. So very low concentration of this in the air can kill airborne pathogens. The other citrus oils are not as good at killing bacteria as lemon oil. Lemon oil is also a great degreaser, and it's very, very affordable. So you could just do lemon and eucalyptus so cheap. 20 drops of lemon and eucalyptus, so cheap. And vinegar, this stuff's freaking so cheap. I mean, you're talking about like $2 for a quarter gallon of cleaner. And if you want to do it heavy duty, the thyme is like, I think, $25 a bottle. I would only put 5 to 10 drops, 15 max. Thyme oil is one of the few oils that has been proven in clinical studies to kill MRSA. MRSA is methicillin-resistant Staphylococcus aureus. So, staph is flesh-eating bacteria. Methicillin-resistant means it's drug-resistant, okay? If you've heard of drug-resistant superbugs, that came from overuse of antibiotics and the overuse of these cleaning things like triclosan. We get new versions of these bacteria that grow, and they're immune to certain toxins that would normally kill them. Thyme, for example, has thymol in it, but it also has a bunch of other constituents. So if a staph bacteria evolves to be immune to thymol, there's 2 or 3 other things right there that are going to kill it, at least. You could have 2 other oils which have, 6 or 10 different constituents each, like lemon and eucalyptus. So thyme is the most affordable oil that has been proven to kill MRSA. Oregano oil is the other one, but that's like $30-something a bottle. The other one is cinnamon. And cinnamon's like 20 or $30 for a 5 milliliter bottle. So and cinnamon is delicious. So I like to save that for cooking. Thyme is very, very affordable for that reason. So next slide. Pur Vie. Pur Vie is orange peel, lemon peel, citronella, vanilla bean, thyme, and lime peel. So it has the thyme. This one's only $20 if you don't want to spend $25 on thyme. And the other thing is, if you don't want to buy the other bottles, I mean, it evens out, because with the other ones, if you get 3 bottles, you end up with 3 times as much oil that you can mix. But this one is easy if you don't want to mix things up. This one can honestly be used for all of the recipes I'm about to give you. I mean, you'll use it faster. If you don't like citronella, don't worry about it. It blends in with all of the other citrus oils. The thyme you can barely notice, and the vanilla is so good. It's so sweet, and it mixes really well with all of the other elements. So it ends up smelling delicious. You can diffuse this in the air. It's phenomenal. Another thing that I really like about this, so if you're with Young Living, it's purification. I'm not a big fan of purification. It's very lemony. It's not as sweet. I used to be with Young Living, so I can say that. Purify, it's also a similar kind of thing. It's the doTERRA's version of the purifying blend. It's pretty citrusy, and I like the vanilla in here a lot to balance it out. I think it was a genius idea. But this Pur Vie can be used for all of the recipes that I'm going to give you today. Or you can use singles. If you work with another company, you can use the single oils. That's why I like to give you the single oils, is because no matter what oils you have, even if it's store-bought ones or whatever, you can still use them, and this is value to you. You can, use whatever oils you want. These are just my favorite. So one more thing before I go forward. So Pur Vie, why do I use Pur Vie instead of the other one? It's called in Young Living, it's called Thieves. In doTERRA, it's called On Guard. In Ameo, it's called Pro Shield. Pro Shield is like $33 a bottle. I like to use Pro Shield internally if I'm starting to feel under the weather, if you get what I mean. It's a little more expensive. It's amazing antibacterial and antimicrobial. Ameo actually makes a Pro Shield bottle cleaner, like a quart or gallon of it. You can order it. So even if you don't want to make this stuff that I'm telling you about, there are options that you can do. You can buy this stuff. And it's clean, and it's made with essential oils, and it's awesome. So deodorizing sprays, you can use this in bathrooms instead of air fresheners. You can use on smelly shoes, because it will also kill bacteria and fungi that cause the odors in your shoes. You can spray in the dryer to deodorize smelly laundry like stinky socks, etc. And then I'll also give you augmented ways if you want to make it smell good. Not that it smells bad, but I mean, if you're going to use it as a spray deodorant under your arms, you want it to kill the bacteria so you don't smell bad in that way, but you also might not want to smell like Vicks Vapor Rub. So I'm going to give you some good recipes for how to make it smell good. Or if you just want to use it around the house as an air freshener, you might want it to smell floral or piney or something like that. So I'm going to give you some recipes. So 2 to 4 ounce glass bottle, half water, half vodka. I like to use Svedka because it's quintuple distilled. You can also use grain alcohol, but I would dilute it in half. So like half water, half grain alcohol. So 3 parts water, 1 part grain alcohol, because if you put too much alcohol, it just smells like alcohol. It's hard to get rid of a smell that strong. But 10 to 20 drops essential oil of choice. The best deodorizing single oils are peppermint, eucalyptus, and rosemary. In that order, in my opinion. They all 3 have eucalyptol. That's the thing I talked about earlier, the deodorizing stuff they put in mouthwash. But you can mix any one of these with another oil. I like to do rosemary and cypress. Rosemary smells like rosemary the herb, but it's also kind of woody, earthy smelling. Cypress is kind of piney. I love it. I think this one's like $16. This one's like 20 something, like 22. I love the smell of cypress. It's so good. It's great, you know, if you're a guy and you want to use this as underarm spray stuff. Smell kind of woodsy and piney. Balsam fir is also a really good one. Spruce is pretty good too. It's a little more fresh. Balsam fir smells like Christmas trees. It's awesome. I love the smell of Christmas trees. I'm not ragging on it. I think it smells amazing. Some other combos that are really good: lavender and mint, peppermint. Peppermint is my favorite. Boop. Peppermint is my favorite for deodorizing. It does have a strong minty smell, and if you're going to spray this under your arms, it's going to feel like icy hot. So maybe go light on the peppermint, you know, like 5 drops peppermint, 15 drops lavender. Lavender is much more floral. It's also very relaxing. It's antimicrobial too, just not as strong as peppermint. So that's another great combo. Eucalyptus and really any citrus together is good. I like orange or lemon. They're both very affordable. They're like $10 each, I believe. Grapefruit and tangerine are I think tangerine is in the 20s. Grapefruit I think is low 30s. Same with bergamot. Bergamot is another kind of citrus. It has an interesting. It's more floral than your usual citrus. It's not a very common citrus. Oh, if you've had Earl Grey tea, Earl Grey tea is black tea with bergamot on it. So, sorry, did I say black? Yeah, Earl Grey tea. If you've ever had Earl Grey tea, that weird flavor, that's bergamot. Tangerine, I like to save this for cooking because it tastes delicious. It tastes like what you would expect orange flavor to taste like. Orange oil has more of an orange smell to it. And it doesn't taste bad. I just like it more for its smell. So eucalyptus and orange is great. Eucalyptus and lemon is great. But all of them are great. Also, I love grapefruit and cypress together. It's so good. Or grapefruit and balsam fir because it's like fresh and piney. But yeah, mix it up, you know. I mean, the reason I recommend eucalyptus, peppermint, and rosemary is because they will actually kill the bacteria in the air that's creating the smell, or fungus if we're talking about smelly feet, you know. But yeah, I mean, if you can mix whatever you want together if you just like the smell, you know. Homemade dish soap. So 1 cup Castile soap like Dr. Bronner's. Again, just buy a gallon for like $50. If you, it's on Amazon for like $50, and it's a gallon. And it lasts you forever. Dr. Bronner's is just super clean. 1/4 cup of soap flakes or grated Castile soap. So you can get a Dr. Bronner's bar, or you can get soap flakes. Just make sure it's clean. There are other types other than Dr. Bronner's that you can get. Just make sure it's clean, but like not Dove soap and that kind of stuff is full of toxins, full of the poisonous xenoestrogens I mentioned earlier. If you want to look for other types of soap and that kind of thing, mountainroseherbs.com has a lot of great products. Just make sure it's clean soap that you use. The reason we use the soap flakes is that's going to thicken it. 4 tablespoons of washing soda, which is very similar to baking soda. You can also use baking soda. You know, they're very similar. Baking soda is sodium bicarbonate. Washing soda is sodium carbonate. Washing soda is better for this kind of thing. It's better for degreasing. So yeah, then 20 to 60 drops of essential oil. We're going to add this at the end. A lot of people love lemon lavender or lavender peppermint. Lemon and orange are great degreasers. Peppermint and eucalyptus and rosemary are great antimicrobials. Lavender just smells great, and it's very calming. It helps with anxiety and sleep. So a lot of people don't like to do dishes, so lavender can help you with doing the dishes. Or you could just do Pur Vie. It's $20 for 250 drops. You get the thyme, you get the lemon, and the vanilla. It just smells awesome. And yeah, you can just use 1 oil if you want. You buy a couple bottles of 1 oil. It'll last you for months and months. So here's the thing that you need to know with this. There are some instructions, very simple. So you're going to boil some water and then pour it over the liquid soap and the washing soda, baking soda mixture. I would boil 1 to 2 cups, and add it slowly, okay? And you're going to mix in the grated slow. Why do I say mix it slowly? Is because some people like their dish soap to be like a gel, okay? So you can make it like a gel by not adding as much water, but the hot water helps you dissolve this grated soap, okay? And the grated soap is going to help it become thicker as well. So you're going to add the essential oils last after the mixture is cooled, okay? If you want to be really, really fancy schmancy, some people put vegetable glycerin in it to this mixture here up top because they like their thick gelatinous dish soap, okay? Whatever floats your boat. You got to stir it in real well and let it sit for like 24 hours if you're going to do that. I think it's fine like this, you know. Your liquid soap, your washing soda or baking soda, your grated soap, mix in just enough water to get it to the consistency that you like, and the boiling water will help you dissolve the grated soap. Add the essential oils after it's cooled, otherwise they'll evaporate. And then bonus for the dishwasher solution, I just put baking soda in the powder detergent area, and then I add white vinegar to the pre-wash area, you know, that's open. The vinegar is going to create a sharp pH change that's going to degrease the dishes, because that's all that the dishwasher solution does, is it just degreases. What kills the bacteria is the heat of the water, okay? So baking soda is just going to neutralize the vinegar so it doesn't smell. You could use washing soda as well. I mean, honestly, I know some people who just do washing soda in the dishwasher, and it works fine. I like to do the vinegar and baking soda thing because there's nothing left in the thing. It's just water and carbon dioxide. And what I've noticed is that this method with the vinegar and baking soda doesn't leave any things. It doesn't leave any soap scum and like water spots and that kind of thing. So yeah. So what we covered, you have a spray cleaner that you can use on your countertops, your bathroom countertops, your toilet. Oh, yes, that's funny. Speaking of which, the other things, I don't know if I said this before, with the spray cleaner. So here's how you clean your toilet bowl with the spray cleaner. You baking soda, which is so cheap, it's like $2 for 4 pounds, okay, of baking soda. I will have this spray cleaner waiting, but I will dump like a cup or so of baking soda. I like to use like a sieve to just like sprinkle it all over the bowl. It's going to absorb bad odors and it's going to absorb stains. And so I let it sit for like 5 minutes to 30 minutes, however long you want to do it. And then I spray this spray cleaner on there. Okay? And the vinegar is going to make the baking soda suds. Okay, so I mean the essential oil is going to disinfect and stuff, but the vinegar is going to help lift those stains out of the bowl, and it's going to make it really easy when you go in with your brush and scrub it out. It's like scrubbing bubbles. Okay, and if you have seen that cleaner, which is probably highly toxic, but this is a natural version. Baking soda and vinegar, like we used to make little fake volcanoes out of. So, how to use this for bathtub and shower. So again, you can sprinkle it in your bathtub for your like shower. You might need to make like a baking soda paste or a slight like liquid kind of thing, like, you know, a slightly liquidy water and baking soda mixture, and get it in those places where there is fungi like mildew and those kinds of stains. And then spray this stuff on it. Okay, eucalyptus is antifungal. It's going to help protect your shower in the long run. But the vinegar and baking soda, it's going to fizz together and help lift stains out of it. Especially if you let the baking soda sit. That's why I recommend making like a paste to kind of, it will start to move into the porous material that your bathtub is made of. I mean, that's why it's stained, is because it's slightly porous. But yeah. So it's also really great for removing soap scum because the baking soda and vinegar sharply changes the pH the same way it does in your dishwasher, which gets rid of those oils. Because soap is all made of oils. Yeah. You just saponify oils. That's all it is. So these things, vinegar and baking soda, are amazing for that. So the spray cleaner, this can also be used. I like to do a 16-ounce glass bottle, and I know there's twice that much here. So I will make a batch and have half of a batch. I will make a batch and have half ready to clean stuff with, and then half in a 16-ounce mason jar. Why? Because when I mop my floors, I will fill up my gallon bucket with hot water, and I will dump a 16-ounce thing of this in there. Now, if I'm going to do that, I go light on the essential oils because I'm going to use it all at one time. Like, I like to do 20 drops of Pur Vie because it smells amazing. And yeah, it also, Pur Vie and all the citrus ones smell really good with the vinegar. Vinegar does not smell really good unless you mix citrus with it, because when we smell lemon peel and then we smell the sourness of the vinegar, it just smells like citrus fruit. We expect that to be sour, you know. So it really mixes well. The other thing is the Bronner soap. It doesn't leave any residue on your floor. I have heard that this works well on wood floors, but I have not tried that yet. So I would try it in a hidden place, you know, scrub-a-dub-dub a little spot of this diluted mixture and see how it affects your wood floors. I've heard lemon oil is really good for wood floors, but I never tried it, so I wouldn't take somebody's word on it. I would test it on your specific floors. I mean, if it's linoleum or tile, it's fine. It's going to be great. But, you know, with wood floors, it can be kind of tricky, so I would test it out, but I've heard good things. So yeah, so this is clean your floors, your countertops, clean your bathroom countertops, your toilet bowl and the rest of the toilet, and your bath and shower. This is a lot of the cleaning just right there. Then I also gave you dishwashing detergent, the deodorizing spray, which can be used on clothes and laundry as well as in bathrooms as like a thingy, whatchamacallit, like Lysol basically, you know, like air freshener, that's what I'm thinking of. And then of course the other stuff, the homemade dish soap, add your essential oils last, and your dishwasher solution. And all of this is really affordable. You're talking about like pennies. Pennies. The most expensive thing is the vodka. And even that, you're only using a little bit, alright? So yeah, it's really easy stuff.